Man, check it out. Check out this,
Hey.
this mask. Look at your mask.
Word,
What the
word.
heck?
What
Your
you talking
mask.
about?
It's on your
What?
face. Man, it's like... What's up, everybody?
I'm Ranuma.
And I'm Iz.
And welcome to the rnipodcast.
What's up? What's up? We are back.
We are back.
And by popular demand, we're going to bring back another anime movie and review that bad boy.
Sensei Grasshopper.
Yeah.
All right.
We also got a guest as well. Go ahead and introduce our guest.
Our very special guest
By
is
popular
my daughter
demand?
again. By popular demand, yeah, that's right.
Everybody wanted her.
Hailey Cedano.
How are you doing?
It's like, all right, whatever.
I'm doing good. How are you guys?
Not
I'm
bad,
okay.
not bad.
I'm okay. Doing better. Teaching. That's something.
Being lazy, not to do my hair, you know?
You know what I'm saying? But anyway, today's anime movie is Okko's Inn.
I can't wait to get into this one, actually.
Now,
Same.
this
Yeah.
was a great anime for me.
No, it wasn't. It was an awesome one.
Awesome. What was really cool that really attracted me to this anime was actually the fact that it was going to be in theaters here in Las Vegas.
Oh, that's true, yeah. I
Yeah.
saw that.
And for some apparent reason, I was already late when I saw the ad for it. They're like, "Oh, it already came out like last month?" I was like, "Last month?" It said, I forgot what month it was. I said this month, and they're like, "No, we got to read it again." And so I went back to the ad, and it was already out, and I was like, and it was on Netflix, so I was able to watch that bad boy, and I loved the movie.
Yeah. I agree. I think all three of us agree. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll know how well we liked it by the grades from last time, Haley.
Yeah. Oh man. But she upgraded it though. She gave
did.
it one
By
more point
one.
up.
By one.
Right, but that's because we brought up the whole animation part. She's like, "Oh yeah, that's right."
She's like, oh yeah, there is animation. I forgot. Let's bring
There's
it up one more
art.
point. You know.
But
All
yes,
right.
we'll see what's going on. Okay.
All
So,
right. Okko's
favorite
Inn.
character.
Well, you want to give it like a little brief summary?
A brief summary of
Hold
Okko's
on,
Inn?
time out. Spoiler alert.
Yes, everything after this will be spoiled.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiled.
Yes.
Spoiled.
It will be spoiled. So, what was the movie about? What was Okko's Inn about? Like, just if you could give like a brief summary.
A brief summary.
Like a brief summary.
Oh, it's about Okko.
Okko.
She had lost her parents in a car accident and ends up living with her grandmother at the family inn. So you don't really see her grieving just yet. However, she is definitely very sad.
Yeah.
And you see how she copes with it throughout the movie. And there is a friend that she sees who is actually not alive, and it's because of the innocence that she has and the whatever brings her or his presence in front of her, she still has a lot of, and it was due to her loss, from her parents. She didn't really care too much about the area that they lived or their grandma was at. She was very just like kind of just a normal city girl that had great parents, great life. And everything changed after,
Yeah. And in the beginning, you can see all three of them, meaning Okko, her parents, talking about, oh, you're going to be the new innkeeper, take over for, your grandmother. She was super opposed it.
She's like, nah.
She's like, never.
Negative.
And to watch her character grow throughout the whole movie, I think that's one of my favorite parts. One of my favorite parts, because it's many, obviously.
And basically, yeah. So the whole movie is her growing up and understanding loss and understanding
responsibility.
Responsibility. There you go. That's better. Yeah.
Responsibility.
And it was a great show or movie, and the way that it moved along, it was really good. And I really liked a lot of the characters. I think you guys might be surprised by my favorite character, but. Yeah.
All right, let's go for it. So, favorite character, since we're on that point, let's go. Hailey, who is yours?
My favorite character was actually Suzuki. I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name right. It was a little demon. The little demon. Oh my gosh, she was so
Little
cute. So cute. I want one of those. Even though demons are not the greatest thing. But you know, he was just very funny, like super funny. He'd eat up all the things the chef was making, and then he'd be like, "Oh, it was for good causes or something." And then
It was a prayer.
yeah, and then he could also be like very, very helpful.
Yeah.
He helped out a lot in the movie, saying on why the ghost might leave. Also, spoiler: the ghosts are leaving. On why the ghost may disappear in her life, and I just found him very funny and helpful, which are two very good things to be in an animation like that, because it was just, he was just amazing.
Yeah.
And then the way he came out with that little ring noise.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And then Randolph was so confused. He was like, what's that ringing noise?
Like,
ring, ring.
Ring, ring.
I'm like, ring, ring. Like, what? Who is that?
Who is
You
that?
know, like, oh my gosh. But yeah, like what Hailey said, he's very helpful, giving a lot of advice, you know? So that's a good choice. Very interesting choice.
Yeah, I thought he was a really cool and very interesting character. I mean, opposed to the ghosts. You know what I mean?
Right.
There were two of them. Two ghosts.
There's
right?
two ghosts
Yeah.
and then the demon boy.
The demon
child.
The chibi, the little chibi.
Yeah, he's a chibi.
Yeah. So,
He is.
who was your favorite character?
Mine is a little ghost boy by the name of Oribo.
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 He reminds me of me.
I'm gonna probably butcher his name, but it's Makoto Tachiori, which is his real name. But he was the very good friend or best friend of the grandmother when he was alive, basically. And it was pretty cool that he is almost kind of like, for me, I got like, he's a protector kind of vibe, you know, like he's always watching over Okko's grandma. And then when Okko came in, he was watching over her, you know, played jokes and stuff. And at least he didn't come and creep her out, you know. He came in like all playful and everything, cheering her up.
She was actually irritated by him in a fun way.
Yeah, like, oh my
Tsundere
gosh,
style.
stop following me, you know.
It's like, stop, but keep going. Stop, but keep going. That's basically what she was saying. And, you know,
Oh my gosh.
stop it. Stop, but don't stop at the same time.
Fucker.
Read my mind.
And there's this one point that I liked where they were sitting, I think it was with the guest and the grandmother, and he was telling her what to say, and she would respond like very drastic, like, I don't want to be I'm gonna be the junior innkeeper, like something like that, like how she responded, and they're like, huh, what? You know?
I thought, when she decided to take, I guess, that that responsibility too.
Yeah. So.
Okay. Well,
What about you?
Mine was hold your horses. All right. I mean, you got Akino Satsuki. All right. She was said what, Frilly Pink, I think it was called, right? Frilly Pink. So
Frilly Pink.
now,
Yes.
my favorite. The reason why she's my favorite character was because even though she was like very like arrogant-ish, you know, she's like, I'm the best. She also kept it. She was very professional and like everything that she was supposed to do, every duty that was given to her, she did it, and she did it without fail, and she did it flawlessly. I like those type of people, and I like those type of characters. She's a leader type character, and it was just awesome how she could be humiliated in class, but not let it get to her head later on. Like, obviously, like, she knows that this girl's not from the same area, or Okko's not from the same area.
Right.
And Okko's asking all these things that could be possibly sensitive in the area, but she's going to be fine with it. Of course, she was a little irked, you know what I mean? Like, you know what young girl wouldn't be if she's being teased or whatever. So when I saw her working at her family's onsen or inn, I guess, hotel, it really showed that she's ready to just already take the mantle already at like 8, 9 years old. Or how old were they? Like 12?
I think they're like 11 or 12.
11 or 12? Yeah. So she was already down. I was like, yo, this character is awesome. She's like Shikamaru from Naruto. You know what I'm saying? She's like L.
Yeah.
Or not L. Maybe not L.
More like
Or
Shikamaru.
Shikamaru. Keep it like Shikamaru.
But see, that's the thing. I don't really like Frilly Pink, you know?
Why?
Because of how she is. But I do like Shikamaru. He's like lazy and he's just very intelligent.
Also with her Frilly Pink, she also, so another spoiler, her sister died, and like she knows how to handle that, and she knows when it gets to that subject, it can be a little hard for her to say it, because especially when Okko asked about her sister, she got kind of emotional, but she knew how to handle it, and she took it, like how you said, professionally, and she did not want to let her sister's death ruin her thing, but she still knew that it was something emotionally in her, and she knew it wasn't something that she liked talking about that much. So when Okko asked, she kind of got mad and irritated and kind of probably sad, because she lost her sister at a young age, and it was just very hard for her. So it's cool that she can actually take that in, because I know I cannot do that if one of my siblings probably died or something.
Yeah. I think, and it goes down to an individual preference, like how you, it's how you grieve and how you react towards those kind of things, you know.
And she's, if I remember correctly, she didn't meet her older sister. She's never met her.
No, she because the older sister said something like that she had passed away before she was born. Yeah. You know.
So the little sister
So she has no image of her older sister.
Yeah. And because of that, I think that also made Aquino grow or act more mature, because she has now the duty of what her sister would have had. You know what I'm saying?
So she took it to pride, basically.
Yeah. And I thought it was sad that the main girl, or Okko, was constantly visited by the older sister. I mean, in lowly form, which is kind of weird. I was just like, yo, this girl is like 20-something years old, I'm assuming. You know what I mean? And so it's a little weird to see that they couldn't meet up. I really wanted that to happen for Aquino. I was just like, please, I mean, let her see her once, maybe, because she has never met her sister.
Yeah. And also, I think one of the reasons why she can only see the ghost is because the way she was grieving with her parents lost, I feel like she wasn't actually done grieving, you know? She was probably still, like, sad and didn't know what to do. And I remember one time during the film, it said something about the more she gets, the more happiness and the more she just moves on with the past, she will slowly forget about the ghosts and she won't see them anymore. That's also something I saw. So I was like, maybe it's because Frilly Pink forgot, like she'd never seen her older sister, so she probably is moved on with that, and she knows that she has something in front of her. But Okko, she was young, she still saw everything, and like it was very hard for her to grieve. So she probably saw the sister because she was still grieving through the film, you know.
It makes sense.
That's true. Yeah,
it makes sense. Yeah,
because it's kind of fresh, you know? So she's able to see the sister and my boy Oribo.
And I thought it was sad when the sister said not to bring her up. She's like, don't tell her. And another reason as to why I like Aquino, Okko needed help, and she went to Aquino, and Aquino's like, yeah, easy. You know, she's like, I can do that. Yeah, easy.
Well, I mean,
ain't no thing.
Yeah, and I think it's because Okko didn't really know any other inn because she's brand new to that place, and so she's like, oh yeah, Frilly Pink owns the inn. So okay, I hate to do this, but let's go ahead and bring it over to her hotel or whatever.
She walked it, right?
Yeah, she went.
Yeah. She also broke her sandal.
Yeah, she did. Which
is bad luck.
Yeah, that's true.
In Japanese culture, yeah.
That's true.
So, all right. So, what was your favorite part in the movie? There's tons. I know. There's a lot. But go ahead, Hailey.
Like,
give us your favorite part in the movie.
This is very, very, very hard for me because I have 2 or 3 to the max. But since it's like space timing, I will only say 1. But my favorite part was when she met, like, not the killers. I'm not gonna say killers, but like the people that crashed into her parents' cars during the time they died. That part made me emotional. I almost started crying because, like, the thing is that they were being kind of rude to her when they first came in. They were saying the food is nasty. They were saying all this stuff about her. But then, like, sooner or later, he realized that he killed her parents. And, like, just taking that in, imagine, like, going somewhere and then them saying, oh, yeah, my parents died. And then you realize, and then they tell you the plot, and then you realize that you were in the same plot. and you were the reason why.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then like it just made me so emotional because she stormed out realizing she just met the killers of her parent. And then something else is that like the way he just realized that he cannot stay there anymore. He realized that he just killed a little girl's parents. So and then it was just very emotional, and it was it's crazy.
I remember watching that part, and I look back, and she's like, she was like hiding and stuff. I'm like, are you crying?
Crazy.
You crying? But yeah, that was. I think that would be my favorite part also. Not so much of how he figured out that he was the main reason why her parents are deceased now. I think it was the fact that he didn't like the food, and then Okko went out of her way. She went out with my boy Oribo and got like some more food and cooked them up and everything, and he ended up loving it and everything. And I'm like, that's what it's all about. You have to go above and beyond. I think that's just me.
The level of service.
Yeah, and me or Randolph kind of want to try that sake rice.
Yeah, this like
sake rice.
Yeah, she was like, "Is that sake rice?" I'm like, "Yeah." So when you eat it, when you cook it, the alcohol kind of goes away. So she wants to.
It's like I can't get drunk off of it. So as long as I can't get drunk,
You don't know. I've never had the sake rice. So I've had sake before.
We all need to get together and make it at home.
Just letting you know. All right.
Yeah. So what was yours?
So my favorite part was the dance. It was also the saddest part for me.
Yeah.
Look at. Yup. Okay. Look at everybody. Yup. It's my favorite part when they dance. Her, Okko, and my favorite character Aquino did the dance together. I was just like, of course they're gonna do it together, freaking A. And then you have the two ghosts behind them, and right when they finished that last scene, boom, they disappeared. I was like,
but no, not only that. In addition to that, Okko's parents wanted to be in that dance. Remember?
Oh yeah, they did. Yeah.
The dad told Okko that me and your mom wanted to be in this dance. As long as we remember, we wanted to do this. And
they couldn't though, right?
Because
they couldn't because she wasn't planning to take over.
Exactly. They wanted her.
Yeah.
So those three things. It all just came in and just it was like
the dance. I'm telling you,
it was like one big emotional spirit bomb.
Yes.
I hate when like cool characters disappear after a happy moment.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because you're just like yeah.
Oh.
You're like he's not there no more.
Yeah, man.
My boy. No.
Y'all can't see. I'm tearing up a little bit.
And it kind of got me mad too because he just left. He just left, and the little girl too.
I don't think they left. She couldn't see them anymore.
Well, they said that they passed on to heaven.
They passed on to heaven.
Oh,
yeah. As soon as they
because
they
Okko
said that,
did it.
Yeah, so at the end of the dance, they told her, at the end of it, we're going to be passing over to heaven. So it's not like she can't see them.
Then why were they there? Were they there to make sure that Okko and Aquino are okay?
I remember something about that specific day or something, the specific tradition. Okay, I'm sorry.
Tradition.
Yes, sorry. It was something based off of them going on, especially because there was petals when they left. It just exploded, and then it just turned white, and I was like, "What happened?" Yeah. So I was like,
yeah,
it was so them sad. Entering into heaven's
It was
gate.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yes.
Such a great scene, and for sure, that took the cake. I was like, the other one was when she was running towards Aquino's to go ask for help for the guy. I thought that was really cool, very heartfelt. She didn't need to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So she went above and beyond.
Above it.
What was your other favorite scenes?
My other favorite scene was when the grandma was telling her about the past life of what's the little boy's name again?
Come on,
I keep forgetting. I'm so sorry.
Come on now.
Oribo. When Oribo and the grandmother's passed, and it was just very sad because he lost a best friend when she moved away, and then when he went back to the spot that they used to always hang out in, he died there. and he died there. And then, it made me so emotional. I didn't cry, but it made me emotional. Dying where like you and your best friend used to be in, and then showing all the memories, and then showing that just made me. It's like it was crazy.
Yeah, and Oribo walked away. I don't know if you saw, like he got up and walked away because he didn't want to listen to the story.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So that made it worse.
Yeah, it's like, oh no, this is it right here.
He's like,
Yeah.
This is it. Like I could have been your grandfather.
Yeah, and wait, didn't the grandmother want to do the dance with Oribo too, right?
They were supposed to,
Yeah.
from what I understand. He learned all the parts, and of course the grandmother did too.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, they
I
were
forgot
supposed
about
to,
that.
but she ended up moving.
Yeah, she ended up moving.
She ended up moving.
So that's why he got depressed, and he went on top of the roof where she lived, and then I believe he fell to his death.
Yeah, and the sad part is that the grandmother also fell off the roof once, and Oribo catched her.
Yeah.
But then when Oribo fell, no one was there to catch him. Nobody. He got me so emotional. Nobody was there to catch him.
See, you guys see how sad this movie is. You see how great this movie is.
It's a good movie.
Whoever wrote
great movie.
Okko's in. My goodness,
Yeah.
I should have looked at the writer. My gosh.
Give credits to the writer.
Man.
Yeah, let me look up that writer real quick. We'll go ahead and go to the next bit.
So, Hailey, what anime would you compare this movie to?
To be honest, I don't know that much, but I feel like I don't really know, cause like I haven't watched that many anime yet. I know I'm just beginning. I know it's weird, but I really don't know. Other than actually, I really don't know. Actually,
No. It's
it's a unique anime. Let's just say that.
I mean, I was the same way too. And then one popped into my head, Naruto. You know, Naruto came up out of nowhere because so if you think about the main characters, Okko and Naruto, the way Naruto is, he's very like he wants to get it done. He's very playful. It's just the way their characteristics are. They're very common in a way. Okko's the same way. She's very determined, even though she didn't like certain things, but she still did it. You know what I mean?
Actually, yeah, you actually motivated me to like compare it to Naruto, because if you think about it, like they might not have the same childhood, but both of Naruto's parents died at a young age. He didn't have nobody.
Yeah.
And she had nobody either except the ghost. And it was like, but it's like Sasuke and Sakura when they were there with Naruto. And then Naruto made new friends after Sasuke left. He ditched, but Okko's like I see the similarities now, and it just reminds me so much because they both never give up until the person is satisfied.
Right.
When the person until they're done with the mission.
Exactly. I think that's because before I even thought about Naruto, I was like, I can't compare this movie to anything else because it's so unique. Like. That's how great the movie is, So, what about you?
Well, comparing it to another anime was actually kind of hard. You know what I mean? Like, I've watched a lot of anime similar to that, but I didn't want to find something that was so close to it. Mm-hmm. So I looked up my library in myanimellist.com. It was called Binbogami Ga. And that was about a girl who had a lot of luck on her side. Too much, in fact, that this ghost was told to go and get rid of that, that luck. And it was just so cool because the ghost would always interact with her saying like, trying to be very pessimistic and very negative. Mm-hmm. And it was funny. And so the lucky girl was always just had a lot of good things going around with her, so it's almost like a good balance, which is what the relationship between Aquino and Okko was. They were like literally yin and yang, but they all had the same goal. You know what I mean? So Binbogami Ga was more about friendship, and so that's why I kind of gave them the comparison.
That's a good comparison, actually.
And you guys should watch it because it's hilarious. There's a lot of fourth wall breaking where they talk to the camera and such. Like they're like, why do we have so many transfer students? Because the main character of our anime is in this class. That's what they literally have that line in there. It's funny. So they break the fourth wall similar to like Deadpool.
Wow. So he can talk to the audience, the watchers and the listeners, I guess.
yeah, for sure. I couldn't find Okko In's writer. It was created by Madhouse, and I don't know the name Madhouse, but they are the creators of the movie. So,
if any of you guys are watching this on YouTube, go ahead and leave a comment if you guys know who it is, because we need to credit that writer. Yeah, like a lot, because he did a really good job in this movie. So, did the show end the way you wanted? And if not, how would you want it to end?
Well, the show ended actually great. For me, it was a very grand ending. It was sad though. I mean, with the dance, I'm pretty sure the dance was the ending, or
it was,
or her cleaning or something like that. And it was a beautiful anime. The animation was great. The relationship that she created with Oribo and the sister was just amazing. I was just like, wow, you couldn't have done that any better.
Yeah,
that was just a great ending. I liked it. That was the greatest ending that I could have seen for that movie. So
right. I think for me it's the same thing. I think I wouldn't even change it. I think I would just keep it the way it is, because as we said earlier, the dance was just the icing on the cake. It felt like the writer was building this big old nice cake, and all of a sudden they put the dance on top of it. Boom! It was like a multi-tier, awesome, tasteful cake. I think I'm hungry, but anyways,
me too.
Yeah, but the dance was very symbolic in so many ways, like we said earlier. One, it was because Okko's parents wanted to do it. Two, it was one of the ways for those who pass away that can go and transfer, or just for the ones who passed can just pass over. Three, you're officially making yourself as the junior innkeeper, I believe, or the innkeeper in the future. So a lot happened in that scene, and it was just a great ending for me.
All right, Hailey, what do you think?
Well, to be honest, yeah, I agree with you guys. But when around the beginning of the movie, and then around the middle, and then around the end, but not the end, like that. There was a part where I actually kind of wanted her to pass away with them. I know it sounds horrible. I know it does.
I didn't think about that.
I know it does.
I know what you mean, though. You want them to unite. Yeah,
I wanted them to be together, but then I realized she's like, they're older than her. Like, if she were to pass away, she'd pass away as a little girl. Right. They'd pass away as adults. Like, they lived their life already. Well, not adults, but
no,
like,
they died at the age.
Yeah, Oribo died at the age he's in, which is
12, 14?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then the little sister
died at like 8 or 9.
Yeah, so technically they passed away at 12, like young ages, but then they're a little bit older, Like
they're very much older than them.
They're much older, and like, she's still a little girl, and they were still little kids, but I feel like she should just live her life a little bit more, but I'd love it if they were to reunite. And something else that scared me, too, is when when Frilly Pink's sister said, are we going to remember each other? That's when I was like, oh, are they not?
Oh.
And then Oributo. I'm sorry for not.
Oribo.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
So, and then that's when he said, yes, we will remember each other. I'm sure of it. But then I was like, what if they don't? What if they don't remember each other?
Too, yeah.
And I was like, well, I just need her to pass away so she can be with them just in case of anything. I need them to all to be
just draw it yourself. Just draw the ending.
Yeah, in a way, it would be good too, because she would be with her parents as well.
Yes.
Okay.
But then again, now she has the responsibility as a junior innkeeper, and taking over the responsibility, like just over the inn in general, So, yeah, this movie is just, I don't know how long it was. It felt like.
I think it was like an hour 40, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, it didn't even felt that long, to be honest.
Also, something else is that, okay, so I do not want to butcher his name again. What is his name? Tell me.
Oribo.
Oribo. Okay, Oribo. Okay. Oribo.
It's okay. It's all good.
You're good.
Oribo kind of reminds me of my brother in some ways. Not trying to be rude to my brother, but there are some things like that he can remind me of. I'm not gonna tell him because then he's gonna get mad at me.
I think you did already, but you can go ahead.
There are a few things that he reminds me of. So like, just imagining like someone disappearing that you've loved, it's kind of sad. Like imagine being in Okko's shoes, where like you've known these two kids and they've helped you out in your journey, and then them just leaving, and then but they saying they'll reunite, but you don't know if you're gonna remember them. And like I was thinking, my brother and okay, I keep forgetting his name. Oribo's place, you know. It'd be like sad. It'd be really sad if you were in her shoes and just losing someone you've helped that has helped you so much. And you know, and also something else. I'm sorry, but also something else is that when the grandma saw that Okko was talking up to herself, but then in reality, Okko was talking to her childhood best friend, and the grandmother did not know that.
Yeah, that's why it just kind of made me irritated that they didn't know that they were around this whole time, Aquino and Grandma.
Yes, and actually, I don't even think the grandmother got to say the goodbye in the correct way. She may have said, goodbye, but not in the correct way. So just knowing that your granddaughter is talking to your childhood best friend is very sad. Very sad. And you don't even know it. So, like, yeah.
Only we know it. The grandma doesn't know it. And Okko didn't either, so.
But wasn't there a scene where she was going to tell the grandmother? What?
Yeah, but they both told her not to.
Who did?
Oribo and Kino's sister.
Oh.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Yeah, they weren't allowed to. So I was just like, oh man, this is tough. But
yeah,
it is what it is, right? So anyway, the overall grade of this movie, I will give it an A.
Wow.
I will give it an A.
Great
animation.
I'll give it an A+.
Ooh, I'll say A.
Okay,
A.
there you go.
So
see,
we got
you got it. Okay.
The AAAs right here.
AAAs, baby. We can help your car get off the road so you can get home to watch Okko's In. You know what I'm saying? On Netflix.
Want to jump?
What's up, Netflix?
Yeah, so I mean, I give it an A. There's a lot going on in this film, obviously, but there, as you can tell, Hailey couldn't figure out what her favorite part is in the movie because there's a lot of great parts in there. Animation was actually pretty good. The part where they were on top of the balloons. What are those? I don't know. They look like the ornaments with the dragons looking.
They look like, I think they were fish, weren't they?
A fish, something like that. That one scene.
Were they floaties?
Yeah, the floaties, and it was Oribo trying to chase the sister. You know, that one was good. It was a very good animation, and overall.
Also,
good A.
Do you remember when Okko left with that one actress lady or the rich woman?
Yeah. See. She
and didn't she like break down and cry because she was in the car?
She did. Or
she like hyperventilated, I think?
She was hyperventilating, and I think it's because she had flashbacks.
Yeah, it was like a trauma.
I feel like she was having like an episode of what happened, you know? An episode. And I feel like that would happen too if you were like there in her situation of her crashing into it and you saw it. And I'm pretty sure you'd be scarred for probably life if you went into a car. And
it's like a trauma,
Wasn't the lady going fast? Like I heard she was like going fast, you know? She was going like...
No, she was going the speed limit. But what was crazy was that her being in the car just kind of gave her all those memories. And then everything started getting faster for her. So we were able to see her vision of how her trauma affected her. So everything around her kind of seemed faster, seemed bigger, and she felt smaller. So it was kind of one of those.
Yeah.
But did you also see what happened after she experienced that episode?
I think she went outside, right?
She went outside, but who were there with her? And then they all said, see, you can't be without us.
Yeah, because like apparently before she left the house, she said, I'll be fine without you guys.
Yeah.
And I'll just go by myself. And then she even had 2 little ornaments of them.
Yeah.
And then like she just realized she can't really be without them with. That's also a part of the grievance thing I was talking about earlier.
Mm-hmm. She had to grow with them.
Yeah,
she had to grow first.
She has to grow up to make sure she's okay. She's not gonna go through these episodes anymore. She will be okay without them. And that's also something Philly Pink had to go through. I'm pretty sure. Not go through it because, she didn't actually see it happen. But you can tell that she's already passed on because she didn't really know her. So she didn't really have a connection. But she knew that she had a sister. So that's something else. And that's what Okko has to go through,
Yep.
Okko's still fresh, like how Randolph said. And she's still in the beginning of the phase. And
Cool. Yeah, well, thank you so much, Hailey, again, for joining us. We will definitely have you on here for more so we can do some more anime reviews.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And that wraps up this episode. Thank you to White Wong Media. Don't forget to like us on Facebook.
Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, like, subscribe, share, and drop a comment on YouTube. All the links are down below. Thanks again for tuning in.
See you next time.